It's been over 30 years since the very first time I was blessed to experience this masterpiece on my Nintendo NES. But little did 4-year-old Tiggles know at the time that the game he was playing wasn't just great, but legendary. This is my favorite game on the NES and is extremely high on my best of all times list. And today, I want to teach you 5 things that you might not know about Super Mario 3. Even though it's the third most common power-up in Super Mario Bros. 3, did you know that there is actually only one single fire flower in the entirety of the second world, and you don't even actually find it until the final airship level? Bonus fact, Super Mario Bros. 3 is actually the first game in the series that had Mario revert to his super form when hit while using the fire flower, something that would continue on with the series from this game forward. Super Mario 3 is supposed to be like playing your way through a stage play, with the opening screen being a curtain stage with props falling from above. As Mario makes his way through the levels, you will notice that many of the platforms are actually bolted down to the walls behind them, and in some sections you have scaffolding hanging high above. This explains why so many of the secret areas throughout the game actually allow you to get behind the level. It would be the equivalent of going backstage. When the level is over, Mario exits the game stage right and moves on to the next set. Did you know that Super Mario Bros. 3 was originally being developed from a bird's eye point of view above the player's head? However, the developers and Miyamoto thought that this viewpoint would make it too hard for the players to actually gauge the distance when jumping, so they decided to revert back to the tried and true 2D platforming format. As a reference to this though, they left the black and white checkered floor that was originally from this build in the opening sequence of the game. So if you actually wait for a chain chomp to attempt to attack you 50 different times, his chain will actually begin to flash and he will break free in one glorious attempt to eat your face. You have to give these pesky little guys credit. They aren't anything if not persistent. These tiny little micro Goombas are the smallest characters in Mario, whose sole purpose in life is to slow down our Italian plumber and stop him from making good jumps. They make me big mad sometimes. But did you know that the way the developers accomplished this is literally to stick an invisible block over the top of Mario's head? Apparently, this secret was revealed during an interview with one of the game's developers. In World 3, a part of the map actually used real-world Japan as a reference, with this top island being Hokkaido, Honshu and Shikoku, and finally Kyushu. Taking a look at a map of Japan, you can see that it all lines up almost perfectly. What's even crazier is that the castle itself is located around where Kyoto would be, which is actually where Nintendo HQ is located. Also, I would assume that this bridge down here is a reference to the Great Seto Bridge that connects Honshu and Shikoku that was built not long before this game was developed. And you thought that was all, but it's time for Lightning Round. Did you know that the direction a mushroom moves from its brick depends solely on which side you hit the brick from? Did you know that occasionally, depending on your location, you might get a different colored 1-up mushroom or fire flower? The magic whistle isn't only in Super Mario Bros. 3, but it's also in The Legend of Zelda. Defeating the Hammer Brothers on different tiles will give different results, and only certain tiles contain a bonus item. Did you know that you can learn 5 dark facts about Mario that Nintendo doesn't want you to know by checking out this video? Thanks for watching!